Hello everyone and welcome to Construction Simulator. And we have started our own company called Surfire Cat or SFC Construction. We've taken our first job and to remove this rock debris here. Now I've already stuffed up. I've completed the introductory campaign without doing any of the side missions, which gave you about $100,000 each. So we've only got 9 grand with us at the moment. However, the first thing we're going to be doing is just quickly grabbing our excavator, which I spent the $250,000 loan on, wherever it is. Where is my vehicles? Aha, found it. So yeah, I've already spent the money on buying this excavator and upgrading the company to the new premises, not knowing that it would have locked me out of the missions that would earn me $100,000 each. So we're stuck with doing this mission, and this is the only mission that has come up that involves an excavator. And I hear what you're saying, well, why didn't you hire stuff? And I was like, well, one of the missions was to own 3 vehicles, and I already had 2, so I just went ahead and bought this excavator, which I thought we were going to use quite a bit of. Turns out I was wrong. Most of the beginning missions from all the other influential, I guess, people in the city require me to have a Tarsila, which we're going to have to rent, but because we have no money, we had to do this side job. Let's just get this. Right there. Trying to remember the controls for this thing. Aha! There we go. Cool. Now this has got a very weird control scheme. I have to control both tracks at the same time if I want to go forwards. There we go. That's what I wanted. And then what I might do is just quickly hop out and grab this truck. That is not what I wanted to do. Hop in the truck. Just reverse it a little bit. Oh, have to go around the other side. Makes sense. Uh-oh. Might be a little bit stuck here. Reset. Oh, why does these controls have to be so complicated? I'll get around to it eventually. There we go, that's more like it. Oops. What have I done? I've glitched the game out? What's happened here? That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I have no idea what just happened there, but we seem to have had a bit of a mud pile, so... And I've probably put a few cuts in already, but I will get through this and get back to you shortly. Alright, so after a little bit of time working on moving all that dirt out of the way, as you can see there is still a bit of dirt still there, but we've completed the objective. So we can now just move this out of the way momentarily, and we can now pick up the saplings and put them in the holes. I don't think I've ever seen a tree being planted this way. As you just saw there, we are flat out broke. That is because we have no money. I wonder what this poor homeowner must think inside this house and listening to all this noise. Bam! Speak to the foreman. Cool. There we go, we've completed our very first job. Now we need to make some more money and really quick. I think that's where we dump the soil. Let's just mark that. Well, let's just fast travel to there. I know it's costing us money for fast traveling, but we are in the right spot. So where do we dump it? Before we do that, let's just have a quick look around. Pretty sure that's a picture. I'm pretty sure that's a picture of dirt. Let's just get the light on it. Why does it have to all be in German? It looks like it's sand though. I say the funnel. There's meant to be a funnel someplace. Does that mean this is the funnel right here? Is it going to give us... Yes, it does give us money. Only 2 grand though. That's unfortunate. Alright, what other jobs do we have? Contracts. Got a lot of roads, got a transporter. Do we have another garden that we can do? Oh, excellent. We can just keep doing gardens until such time as we earn up enough money to pay off our debt. And being able to, because if we go to the vehicle place and see how much it costs to rent, it might cost more than we've actually got money. So I'm going to build up some cash doing these gardens, and I'll get back to you guys once we have enough money to do any of these other missions. Okay, we have just accepted closing the gap contract from the prestige projects. So we've got an estimated earning of 235,000.
I hope the journey here wasn't too nerve-wracking. The way things are in the city at the moment is terrible, don't you think? Everyone rushing all over, everything cramped and claustrophobic and polluted. Not too inviting. The city's image connects indirectly to its well-being, particularly with regard to tourism. I recently spared no expense and bought an expensive plot of land in the best location. I've been wanting to put up a luxurious hotel complex there for a long time now. An oasis of tranquility for the affluent. And you have the responsibility of carrying out this project for me. Unfortunately, I'm still missing the last part of the access way to the actual construction site, so the first step is to finish that.
We need to hire a bunch of vehicles to be able to do this part. So if we have a look at the jobs, we need to hire ourselves a dozer and a ground compactor. Alright, so our job is to level this road. Remove the topsoil anyway. Oh, it's so weird. The controls, I'm still trying to get used to these controls. You're using a mouse and keyboard. To go forward, you have to press Q and E. And to go backwards, it's Z and C. Almost like mowing the lawns, just with something a lot bigger, and you're getting rid of the soil and not grass. So for me to turn left, I need to press the E key, which is the right one, because it activates the right track. I'm just trying to work my brain around that. Cool, we're finished with this. This is quite a cute little bulldozer. Right, now... Oh, I just hit backspace and that sent me over here. Interesting. There we go. Well, apparently I've 100%ed it, so I'm just going to continue driving to the end of the road. Awesome. And then what we want to do is exit, job, company, vehicle fleet, return. Yes. Now we want to go to this one. Going to grab some gravel. And we're going to take it back to the construction site without spilling too much of the gravel within. Alright, now that we're back, what we have to do is to drive forward and lift it up. And we're going to do that multiple times, I believe. Let's just have a look at the job. What does it entail? I think we prematurely got rid of the compactor, didn't we? See if we can't hire that dump truck. Just something that's a little bit bigger than what we've got. Right, dump truck. Alright, let's rent the articulated dump truck. Alright, now that we're at the gravel pit or the quarry with the articulated dump truck, we might be able to get a decent amount of gravel. Alright, let's get the show on the road. Well, that was a lot more of a successful spread than the first lot that we did. Magic. Excellent. Alright, let's get rid of this gravel. Just dump out the excess here because money. Now, I think this would be a really good series to discuss in some interesting topics. So if there's any topics you guys at home would like me to talk about, give my opinion on, I'd preferably not anything controversial, or if any ongoing conflicts that are happening in the world at the moment. But if there's any topics you guys think there might be some interest in, I'll do some homework on it. And let's discuss them whilst we do Construction Simulator. It's a chill game. I don't do a lot of talking, well, not this episode anyway. But if there's anything interesting people want me to talk about, like, I don't know, trains or aircraft, World War II, you name it, I'm more than happy to make this my little, I don't know, chill and discuss. But I think at the moment, I think what we're going to talk about is the channel itself. I do have to apologise to everyone in regards to City Skylines. I had a very real life busy month, and it's a series that I would love to continue, but at the moment the viewership is down in it, so that's just telling me that there's not a lot of interest in it. I'm really happy the way U-Boat's going. I'm glad a lot of people are enjoying the U-Boat content. I enjoy playing U-Boat. I've been playing it since update B119, B120, and we're now up to update 2022.1. And since I've still got the first recording session to go through, which is taking the rest of that convoy and then going back to port to finish off that first patrol. And since then there's been 12 updates, so that'll be quite exciting to go revisit U-Boat later on and see what changes have been made. And Victoria 3, now that game for me, I'm enjoying it, but I find it very boring as well. I'm enjoying our playthrough that we're doing because it's throwing a challenge at me in the sense that my economy is in the poop, and as much as I try and fix the economy, the more it seems to break, and I'm enjoying that aspect. But during my free time, I've been exploring the game, trying to understand the mechanics for myself, trying not to watch too many YouTube videos, because I do like to discover stuff for myself. And playing as the British, you are honestly just sitting there, waiting for stuff to unfold. The game is easy, and it's not riveting gameplay, so then I decided I'm going to start off playing as the Moroccans. And I didn't choose it, I just got the game to randomly choose it for me. And to say that it was the most boring gameplay I've ever had the experience with in any form of grand strategy game is an understatement. You sit there for hours just waiting, but yeah, the gameplay is overall uninteresting, and I kind of got bullied by the French into joining their market, which I wasn't too fussed about because I was planning to align myself with them anyway. But overall, Victoria 3, and I can understand the mixed response on the Steam store because it's the same thing as I'm talking about here. The military side of things, not being able to control your own armies, is, I can understand it in a way, and I was kind of excited when the developers announced it, what that actually meant. You know, okay, cool, I can start focusing more on everything else. But the game just ends up just being an economy simulator with a little bit of warfare on the side, and you have no control over your military at whatsoever. Once you tell them to go someplace, that's it. All you tell them to do is advance, defend, or stay. And it's and the Navy, which are just the same. There's just several buttons. You got patrol coast, convoy escort, convoy raid, and naval invade. That's all you do. And you just click where you want them to go, and they'll go there, and that's it. So military is very, I want to say unimaginative, but it's not very engaging. Kind of like click and forget, and then you just worry about building buildings to make your economy go around. That's all you do. I don't know. What are you guys for? What are your guys' thoughts on Victoria 3? Because it's a game that I love, but I hate it. Or I don't hate it. I love it, but it can be quite boring at times. It's just, yeah, it's just one of those games. I really want to love it, but at the same time, it's just, I would like for there to be some changes. I don't know how much how much it will cost or even implement, but I would love the devs to address the military side of things, because I love Hearts of Iron 4, and I would love to have the same controllability as I have in Hearts of Iron 4 as I do for the military in Victoria 3. Just having that kind of combat going on would be quite neat, and then actually visualizing trench warfare a little bit better than what they actually showcase in Victoria 3. I actually have had the chance in one of my offline playthroughs as the British. I actually did get the chance to get to essentially World War I technology for the military, and just the machine guns are bloomin' deadly. Like, I can't stress to you how deadly that they are against other factions who are yet to implement it for their military. And there was even a little prompt that came about. There's a little prompt that came up with the population of Britain querying whether or not having machine guns was the ethical thing to have, because we were at war, I think at the time, with the French, and we just obliterated them. They attacked us. They didn't attack us, we were at war with them. And it just when they pressed their attack, or if we attacked, the health of their units just got absolutely decimated. You just saw the amount of dead and wounded that they were getting was astronomical. And I think that's why that little prompt came up saying, ooh, is it ethical to have machine guns? And well, my answer to that was that, yes, we need to win the war. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about Victoria 3, and if there's any other games that you would like to see me play, just let me know. Just leave a comment in the comment section below. Point me towards a game. There's another game I've been playing in this limited free time I have called Moonbreaker, which is quite a neat game. It does have some riveting gameplay, but it's what I would call, I guess, a tabletop game. And what I mean by that is, if any of you have played Dungeons and Dragons in person, and you get the little models of your characters, and you see them running around the table and everything like that, that's basically what the game is. It's, think of a Warhammer kill team, so like the small scale conflict, or even Warhammer Necromunda, and it's the same kind of thing, but mix it with, I don't know, Overwatch, with the heroes that you get in that. But the one aspect I absolutely love about it is I quite enjoy doing model making and painting Warhammer 40k or Warhammer Fantasy or Age of Sigmar models up. And you can do that in this game. So they come with a paint scheme that they automatically have. But think about all those miniatures that you can paint up. And in Moonbreaker, you can actually paint your own models, and they have their default colors and what they look like. But if you don't like it, you can just go ahead and paint it yourself, and it's pretty good controls and a lot of paint options available for you to be able to paint them whatever way you want. And it's actually quite a fun game, and I highly recommend it. And if you guys would love to see it on the channel, I'd love to hear your thoughts again in the comment section below.
Not a bad start. Now we can finally begin on the actual project, building my exclusive hotel for the sophisticated visitors that this city so desperately needs. So, less talking and more doing. Let's make an appointment to inspect the construction site as soon as possible. Talk to you soon.
Huzzah! And I love how the road has actually gone further than where we actually laid it. All that being said and done, I think this is where we're going to call the episode. We've almost been recording for almost 2 hours now. I hope you guys enjoy this episode of me waffling on there for a little bit. As always, I've been your host, Sir Firecat. Until next time, take care.